say, today I want to take you along a little bit on the side of Colombo that I think most people don't really see, don't really know of. First of all, the Galle Face area. I'm gonna walk there in a second. But since the last time I've been in Colombo, a lot of things changed. Some of them are already completely finished, some are still under construction. Maybe you can hear it. So this building right here must be, look at it, a piece of architecture like nothing else. Welcome back to Sri Lanka. Over the next few weeks I want to take you along from the cities to the beaches, into the mountains, and to some places I did not know exist in this country. Join me on the Sri Lanka series. So last time I was here it was still completely under construction. It looks like they're finishing up. It's going to be a mall, hotel, business complex from what I understand, and I just want to take you along today on a couple of new things. There's also some type of beach board. The plants in Colombo are actually quite big, and I want to show you the modern sides. For whatever reason I always ended up coming back to Colombo. Usually I stayed at the Grand Hotel, amazing pool, and it was just a good place to be at. Wi-Fi is a bit better still. I think that makes it quite hard for me to stay too long in Sri Lanka, but generally I want to share with you or show you some things that I'm quite excited to someday come back in the future, walk into that building, but also some are already completely finished. So this freaky structure behind me, it's kind of like a 2-tower building connected in the middle. It was already here the last time I was in Sri Lanka, but still fully covered. You couldn't really see it, and that's when I was thinking like, whoa, what is going on here? So much construction, especially last time I was here. The country just freshly came out of a crisis. But yeah, I want to show you my favorite area. If you plan to stay in Colombo a couple days longer, I would say this is the place to be. So this one's still closed but should open up, I'm pretty sure, this year. So I would say let's walk over through the mall. I think this is the mall, I'm not 100% sure. And then I want to go to the port city, a place I have no idea what is going on here. It's by the water. I need to drive in there, maybe some cafes, maybe something else. But generally, if you think of Sri Lanka, you don't obviously think of Dubai style skyscrapers, and I would be actually interested who is building all of these things, and if it's like local investment or foreign investment. I know that the Lotus Tower, amazing structure, I think was built financed by the Chinese. So whoever is doing this here, I'm quite happy to see that Colombo is developing. Last time when I was here, I was like, I'm hoping these construction are going on, and they are. So this structure is also going to be the ITC Ratna Deepa or something like that. So RTC 5-star hotel, super fancy at the entrance. I don't think they're officially open yet, but it looks pretty finished. Look absolutely sick, like world class, honestly. But to also share with you the honest perspective, we're gonna walk out right now to the other side where everything is mostly finished, but here construction's going on. Obviously I'm sure this will all be taken care of once this structure is fully operational. And I think they're also doing something to the water because there's quite a strong smell. It smells a bit funky, a little bit. So let's cross. But yeah, let's get into the mall and let me show you modern Colombo. Thank you. All right, I just thought I'm being approached by a tuk-tuk driver, but actually it was just the guy that told me that I dropped my wallet. My hero, seriously. He's like approaching me. I'm like, no, I'm okay, I'm walking. Nothing really in there other than one credit card. I keep it nice and light for exactly these purposes, but that's the first time in a long time. To be more careful. So let's get to the mall. The one Galle Face mall. As you see, things are coming together very soon. So the one Galle Face mall. It's pretty huge from the outside. I've been inside before. You get a super nice view also on the whole port, but let me take you in through security. They usually don't like cameras, so see you in a second. Wowie. So as you see, very modern, very bright. They like to go a bit heavy on the air conditioning. I'm walking in, I'm getting hit by a nice and cool refresher. So the interesting thing about Sri Lanka is they don't really have the big chains, which they have McDonald's, obviously. Coca-Cola is gonna find you at the last ditch on earth. So of course, all of that is here, but things like H&M, like Zara, I think nationwide they don't have them, which I'm personally quite a fan of, just because they have replacements. First of all, they have their own stores from what I have seen, but also even more than that, they do have all the other brands here. Pretty much you can find, like, you know, if you're like on a normal human budget, you go to Zara, and if you're ballin', then obviously they got little Rolex for you here. And let me just show you the mall real quick. The sun is slowly setting, it's 5 p.m, it's beautiful out outside, so I want to take you out. But just to show you how really nice this mall is, let's wander in here a little bit for a second. So coming around, like they also have some nice cafes. Once I sat down here for a little bit of work, so Diesel over there, this is their own chain spa, Ceylon Home. Sort of like, I don't know if I fully understood it, but kind of like a rituals but Sri Lanka style, so better obviously, like, you know, spa, things like that. So looking up, you get the idea. There's like 4 or 5 floors, lots of different stores. From what I understand, they also have a cinema, walk by. It seems like some international, but also a lot of local movies, maybe Indian probably also as well. And yeah, this is the mall, really large, like you can easily get lost in here. I've done it. So let's go out and let me show you from the outside. From the other side, you get a much better perspective on all of these different buildings, on the whole skyline, which to my, let's say, positive expectation, they're doing it. All of it is happening. All of these things are about to open up. Some are already. So wandering out on the other side. Got all the shows out, okay? Walking out behind me, you're seeing this is the huge mall, one Galle Face, and yeah, something that I really wanted to check out actually was the Shangri-La. Looks pretty cool. I don't think it's okay. Thank you. And I also got the nice condo buildings right next to it. If I look at the balconies up there, I'm sure the view is amazing, because basically seeing the sea from here and back there, some kind of new development. Let's see if we can somehow cross the street here. It's definitely tricky. Locals are crossing it at all different points, so let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Oh, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. Taking this one too. And round 2. Up, 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 up. So smooth like butter, and you should be seeing behind me a little bit. It gets revealed. Very nice skyline. So last time I was here, a little bit less than a year ago, as I said, all of these buildings have still been kind of like under wraps and coming out of pretty big crisis. I was really wondering how it's going to be when I come back, and honestly I don't know when I'm going to publish this video. Probably the whole Sri Lanka series is still ahead, but I'm filming this video towards the end of the trip. I can tell you, wait for it. So many sick videos coming from the mountains, from the beaches, from cold areas of Sri Lanka. So it's very nostalgic to be out here. This is the Galle Face kind of like greenery. Basically they're flying their kites here. I don't know if you can see it. Also selling them obviously as well. And yeah, modern Colombo, Shangri-La, part of the mall complex. And this building over here is an absolute beast. So the ITC hotel it will be. So I'm excited to come back again once a year later. Usually when I leave a country, I'm like satisfied, you know? I'm like, I've really seen a lot. And then I'm like, don't know what else I would see. And then after around the year, I start to see all these places I want to get back to. So basically here, the things they sell is actually quite interesting. I like this mix of like, you have this futuristic skyline, but on the markets, things are still very old school. So back there is actually the, all the way back there is the Galle Face hotel. I believe a lot of royalty stayed there during colonial times and things like that. So let's just check out the market real quick, and then I want to take you over there. And I'm seeing something new, definitely. So Colombo is changing. First, let's check out Spider-Man. So, selling like a bunch of toys here. Kids are doing the sales. Also like, the kites, that's where the kites are. Hello. Hello. Nice kites, very nice.
You like one?
I'm okay, thank you.
Country?
Bit too old.
What country, sir?
Ukraine.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes locals here, over here, UK, when I say it. How you doing, man? How you doing? Nice beard.
Hey.
Hey.
Video call?
No, not a video call. Yeah, it's like a recording. Yeah.
That's the fun.
What about you? Are you on the video call?
No,
No?
I am a song.
You're listening to song? What kind of music you listen to?
Huh?
What kind of music you listen to? What's the
Sing a
jam?
song. Rap.
Yeah, rap?
Yeah.
Local
New
rap
Year.
or?
New Year.
Oh yeah, it's local rap. Let's go.
Yeah.
Naranjana. Let's go, let's pump it.
Naranjana, Shanputa.
All right, pretty fresh, yeah. I like it. It's Sri Lankan or?
Yeah.
Sri Lankan, good stuff. Local artist?
Yeah.
Okay, man.
Where are you from?
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Yep.
Wow,
There you
nice. And yeah, okay, nice to
All
meet
right,
you.
thank you, man. Cheers. I'm Danny.
Okay.
What's your name?
Shiran.
Shilan?
Your name?
Danny.
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 My name is
All right, man.
Shiran. S-H-I-R-A-N, Shiran. Shiran.
Shiran.
Shiran.
Shiran. All right, man. Shiran.
Nice to meet
Take it
you.
easy. Thank you. Bye-bye. So, nice guy. But just one last look. I'm gonna be leaving right now with the jam of Shiran in my ear. Sounds a little bit similar to the jam I was listening to in India, but I was afraid he's gonna show me that he's like pumping some Eminem or Taylor Swift or something. But no, it's a good local jam. So I would say let's slowly wander into the new developments of the port city. Let me check exactly the name. Let me order a tuk-tuk, and that will be our next stop for today.
Just arrived. Yeah, I was watching your
nice.
vlogs yesterday.
Have you seen my Romania stuff?
No, I
have a
didn't.
video from Bucharest also.
No, I was watching like vlogs from Sri Lanka just to see what we can.
And also, just got recognized from some guys from Romania. Lots of love for Romania. All my Eastern European vlog countries. Whew, let's get to this place there. Back there. So walking down the road here in Colombo, just ordered a Pick Me. It's the local app actually, in case you're coming. Pick Me, much better than Uber. Uber, much more expensive, less cars. And yeah, this is kind of like, in some ways, the administrative area right behind it. And also just to tell you, the vibe here is so different than where I'm staying today. Staying in a very local area, separate video coming about that. Very busy market, almost no tourists, very different life. So here, kind of like also strong police presence. This is some type of parliament building, I think during some type of riots and protests. I think that's where a lot of it also went down. So yeah, in the heart of Colombo, let's see what, before the sun goes down, what they have done to this Marine Drive area. Whew. Hello. Ready? Yes, Danny. Thank you. All right, ready to go. Thank you. Oop. We have found out that cannot just take a tuk-tuk here to go in. They have like a little shuttle going back and forth, so that is nice and taken care of. But what a freaky vibe, at least for me in Colombo. We're seeing a very small skyline back there. This is all sand, so kind of like Dubai vibe in the weird sense that you're just driving out into some kind of desert. But I don't know if this is a natural piece of land or they have set it up here, but basically I think they have big plans for here, make like a proper thing. But for now it's called Port City Colombo, and actually it's quite a bit more than I thought there would be here. I thought maybe a couple of shops, but it looks like there's a bunch of different complex here, food, all kinds of different shake, ice cream. All right, the music is playing. That is gonna get me copyright stricken. See you in a second. Another thing to point out, super nice cycling road, or perhaps walking. I don't know again if it's completely open from the outside to access it. I mean, obviously it's easy to take the shuttle in here, but if you cannot casually stroll in here just yet, obviously not optimal. But yeah, look at that, super chill, and that's exactly what people are doing here, chilling like a villain. A piece of peace inside the big city. There is a beach in Colombo, and actually it looks pretty good. Oh, wow. All right, sun is slowly setting. The light is pink and powdery. Looks like there is still a lot of things coming here. Wow, just turning around, seeing the skyline there, so interesting. As you see, also fairly busy. So there's kind of like this stone wall built up, probably against the waves. People are kayaking, lots and lots of different food options. Really so much. It looks like so far, a couple teenagers, mostly families. But honestly, I mean, look at that. The water is clean. The sand, obviously, is not like on the beaches down on the coast, but still they did a obviously perfect job to clean up the beach and everything. So it's kind of how I expected it would be. From what I've seen from the coast, there's like no development here yet. I don't know if that is gonna come. You see like posters outside, they're talking it's gonna be city of the future, kind of like a tourist hub, but so far I think they did a nice job just actually putting up something here already. I'm sure there's a hype around it, but what I really like is that if we walk towards the city, we're kind of seeing Colombo skyline, and not just the first row, but all of it pretty much. But yeah, here's a nice barbecue, some magic show, God knows what that is. We're not in Amsterdam, so probably it's actually real magic, if you know what I mean. So here, once again, kind of like for kids, got the kayaks. You can kayak your way around here. Doesn't look too interesting to me to kayak around, but yeah, the further down the beach we walk, it actually becomes really beachy. So back there looks like you still can walk, and here's kind of like these barriers, so you cannot swim in any deeper. And it gets hot, so during the day this probably comes in handy. And honestly, in terms of the beach is much better than I thought it would be. Once again, kind of like a little bit Dubai Marina, because also the name. In its infancy, we have a beach, we have a huge skyline in the back of the beach. Don't really know what that is, but basically people are standing there. I mean, you could call it a viewpoint, but the view is about the same from down here. And so last time it was open, I don't know if it still is, from the other side it was closed. There's kind of like also a bridge that you can walk on. But yeah, what a cool new development addition to Colombo. If for whatever reason you stay longer here and you want to kind of like wander around on a beach and see something you're not going to see anywhere else in Sri Lanka, that I can tell you. A beach with a huge skyline behind it. And for me, what can I say? What is next? First of all, to once again give you a little bit maybe of practical insights into the city, into my lifestyle also a little bit. If you stay in Colombo, the benefits is the best Wi-Fi connection you can get around Sri Lanka. Depending on the place, it still might not be that good, but the Grand Bell Hotel Wi-Fi has been pretty good, which is here on the coast. I'm looking at it right now, and this place also has a special meaning for me. Lived through a lot of good times, both the first time as well as the second time when I was in Sri Lanka. So you can stay in this nice area, can kind of like stop by, head over into the, what is it called, Port City. And I have to tell you, after a long day, I've shot today 2 videos in Colombo. You can check out the other one, the messy part of Colombo, you could say, the very busy one, very alive one. It almost feels a bit therapeutic to be walking here on the beach while it's peaceful and quiet. Just hear some annoying children in the background. So, hope you enjoyed today's little insight into what I would call the modern side of Colombo. Here generally in the channel I talk about building a life of freedom around the world, and it's okay, you're not in there. People are like walking, ducking a little bit. What country reminds me? In some country they were always ducking. I don't know that as well. And this will be a full series spanning over 1 month in Sri Lanka, going into the mountains, going into, I think I mentioned it in today's video already, but I really wanted to make sure that while I am in Sri Lanka to check this out, because every time I was in the city I was looking back here and I was wondering what is here, and I was pretty sure to be disappointed, because I was like, a beach in Colombo? Like, there's many cities, like I'm thinking Manila, Philippines, where they try to set up a beach inside of the city, and it's not a bad one. It's nice to have, you know, but usually not very swimmable. But I see plenty of people swimming here and the water looks pretty clear, so pretty nice. And I'm just walking further towards the skyline, taking it in. At this point I'm pretty much the only person walking here towards the end of the stretch. And yeah, this has been it. Modern Colombo. This has been my time in Sri Lanka. Watch out for the full video series, which is coming your way in the next couple of days. You can join me on Instagram to see where I am right now. And with that, you too got a world to see.